MSU is known for their extraordinary students. I had a chance to sit down with one of them, MSU's 2011 homecoming queen, Finley Akers. Finley, thanks so much for coming in today. We're glad to have you on the show.
Glad to be here.
And we wanted to kind of talk about your experience being on the homecoming court today. So what all goes into the day? I know it's a long process, so what all takes place during the hours?
It is a long day, and I think what a lot of people don't realize is even though the game was at 6 p.m., I believe, we had to wake up and be ready by 7 a.m. on the shuttle for the entire day in our dresses and formal wear. And so I think a lot of the maids woke up around 4:30 or 5 a.m. to get their hair and their makeup and their dresses steamed and ready. And then we hit the ground running and went to all of these brunches at different colleges, and then went to the sorority houses before we went to the junction and got to tailgate a little bit.
Oh wow, so did y'all have some time to hang out with your friends and family during the day as well?
We did. It was really nice because we started so early in the morning and we got the brunches out of the way. Then we were able to go to the junction for a long period of time and to see fans, and they were having book signings with Sid Salter as well as Jack Crystal and the new magazine Town and Gown. We got to take pictures with them, so that was a really special memory, I think, and to be with family and friends after that before we went into the game.
Oh, that's wonderful. What were some of the favorite people that you got to meet? I know you said Sid Salter and everyone. Was there anyone in particular besides the book signings going on that you got to meet that you enjoyed talking with?
I think meeting the little girls, and I know that's probably a common answer and what everybody would expect, but it was so interesting, and I felt like it was very surreal the entire day. To be in a white formal gown, first of all, in the junction on game day was way different than being a normal fan in your maroon gear. And little girls are naturally drawn to what they feel like is, I guess, that princess figure. And so just to spend time with them and invest and talk about Mississippi State and what homecoming was, and to take so many pictures, I think those were the favorite people that I got to meet.
Okay. Well, what about during the game? I know that y'all got to sit on the sidelines and watch, have the best seats in the house, of course. But just tell a little bit about the halftime performance and about that part of the day.
Okay. It was really neat, and I have to say, first of all, both of my parents went to Southern Mississippi, so them being at Mississippi State was very unfamiliar. And to have my dad at another football game at halftime, it was like what I told my mom, it was the icing on the cake or the cherry on top. It was perfect because it was like, Dad, you can see the hard work that Mississippi State is doing and how wonderful of a program that we have, and it was just so special to share that memory with him because I was on homecoming court my freshman year, and so he was my escort during the halftime festivities, and to have him back there again, and we were playing UT Martin just like we did my freshman year, so to see the symmetry between that all, and then each maid was presented, and then Queen was presented, and it was really neat with the band and the special music that they played, so it was very awesome. It was a good experience.
Were any of your friends on the homecoming court with you?
One of my very best friends was actually on homecoming court with me. Annie Slyn Vickery was senior maid, and we got to know each other really well freshman year, and I know I've said special a lot when I was mentioning my dad, but it was very special to share that with a best friend as well, and to take pictures that I know we'll have for a long time. And it was really fun too to take some kind of goofy pictures, you know, while you're all dressed up and in your fur coats and ready for homecoming, and you know, just to be real and to be a Mississippi State fan for a little bit.
Absolutely, that's the best part about being at State, is being all dressed up, but just the down home type feel that we have at State with the small town feel. But also, I just wanted to ask and talk about, I know that you're also Miss MSU the previous year, so tell us a little bit about that pageant and how that's kind of correlated with other experiences you've had at Mississippi State.
Okay, well, the Miss MSU program, I served as Miss MSU 2010, and that is a preliminary pageant that leads contestants to compete in Miss Mississippi, which is a preliminary to Miss America. And I think it's an incredible program because it is a scholarship pageant. It's not just a parade of beauties and walking around and you win a crown at the end of the night. It's bettering women and helping them achieve their goals. And so I have competed for 3 years, and it has paid for my college education. And while serving as Miss MSU, I really got to see what it would be like to be Miss Mississippi or to be Miss America, because Mississippi State provides an environment where that's possible, because Heidi Lindsay was my director, and she set up so many appointments and speaking engagements and appearances both on campus and in the community. And so it was one of the most incredible years, I think, that I've had here so far. And I did place in the top 5, so I think that showed really well for Mississippi State, and it is aired excuse me, not nationwide, but is aired statewide. So I think that was a big testament to the university that we are producing academically accomplished young women that are very confident and want to compete for things.
Yes, absolutely. And Finley, you have been such a wonderful guest here on our show today. Yeah. And thank you just for sharing everything, and just such an honor to have you here, and are just such a role model for so many young women.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And we will come back in a minute for the next break.
Thanks, Meg. It's always great to learn from someone like Finley.
I couldn't agree more. She's always a great interview. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. Don't miss it.